Hello students, welcome to the second part of our lesson number 10, money. Now as we learnt addition, subtraction of money, we learnt how to count the notes. Now our next topic will be multiplication of money. Okay, it is our exercise 10.3. Our question number 1 says multiply. Here we are solving our question number D. We are multiplying 42 paise by 8. Okay. Yes, this P denotes paise. So we have arranged it according to the place values like ones place, tens place. And as we learn the multiplication, firstly, we will start from ones place. Here you can see it is 8 2s are 16. So we have written here 6 and my 1 will be the carryover. Now I will multiply to the tens place. It is 8 4s are 32 plus 1. So I got answer 33. But yes, these are the paise. Below you can see that we can mention in both way like paise also and rupees also. 336 paise means first step write the rupees symbol, then put a dot after two places. In this way we got the answer rupees 3 and 36 paise. Our equation is we are multiplying 207 paise by 9. So start multiplication from ones place. It is 9 sevens are 63. So we have written here 3. Our 6 will be the carryover. Now 9 zeros are 0 and 0 plus 9 will be 6. Then 9 twos are 18. So we got the answer 1863 paise. We can convert it in rupees also. So step says write the rupees symbol and then put the dot after two places. So our answer is rupees 18.63. Our F question is we are multiplying 325 paise by 4. So 4 5s are 20. So our 2 will be the carryover. Now 4 2s are 10 and 10 plus 2. 4 2s are 8 and 8 plus 2 we will get answer 0 10 and my 1 will be the carryover. Now 4 3s are 12 plus 1 13. So I can say that my answer is 1300 and paise. I can write in terms of rupees also. So I have written rupees symbol and I gave point after two places. This amount I can read as rupees 13 also. I can say only rupees 13. That time no need to count these two zeros. Now we are multiplying and writing answer in terms of rupees. In D question, it is the same like question number 1. We are multiplying 107 paise by 6. Let's just start our multiplication. It is 6 sevens are 42. So I have written here 2 and my 4 will be the carryover. Now 6 zeros are 0 plus 4. So I have written here 4 and 6 ones are 6. My answer is 642 paise. And to write in the way of rupees or in rupees, I have written here rupees symbol and then I have to put point after two places from my right side. My equation it is, I am multiplying rupees now, rupees 0.85. When we are saying rupees 0.85, it is nothing but it is 85 paise. So we have arranged it and this time we have written it in terms of rupees only. So it is 2 and whenever, just keep in mind, whenever you are doing multiplication using point, think that point is not there. ignore the point and do the normal multiplication. And yes, after doing multiplication, just count after how many places your point was in question. In answer also, you will put the point after the same places. So it is 2 5s are 10. My 1 will be the carry over. Then 2 8s are 16 plus 1. I have written here 17. My carried over will be the 1. Then 2 zeros are 0 plus 1, 1. Yes, you can see here in my question, my point was after 2 places. So in answer also, I have given point after 2 places. So my answer is rupees 1.70, or you can say as 1 rupees 70 paise. Now in if question, we are multiplying rupees 49.50, which means 49 rupees and 50 paise. We are multiplying by 9. Start from ones place. 9 zeros are 0. 9 fives are 45. My carry over will be 4. 9 nines are 81 plus 4, 85. So I have written here 5 and carried over is 8. 9 fours are 36 plus 8, 44. And yes, when we did this multiplication, we ignored the point. And after doing multiplication, we counted the place after in question how many places after point was there. So it was after 2 places. So in answer also I gave the point after 2 places. So I got answer now. It is rupees 445.50. My question number 3 says, find the product. So for this, we have arranged our question according to rupees and paise in separate column. In E question, we have written our rupees in rupees column. We have written the paise in paises column. Now we are multiplying it by 3. Just think that it is like a normal multiplication. So it is, and if we are not writing in boxes point also, no problem. At the end, when we are mentioning the amount in rupees, that time we can write the point. Here it is 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, then 3 fives are 15. So my 1 will be the carry over. 3 fours are 12 plus 1, 13. You can see here, this my 135 are in rupees column and my 63 are in paises column. And how I can write this using the symbol? You can see here is the rupees symbol. Then 135 rupees point denotes that these 2 places are my paise. In F question, we are multiplying 5 rupees and 95 paise by 2. So it is 2 fives are 10. My 1 will be the carry over. 2 nines are 18 plus 1, 19. So again my 1 will be the carry over. Then 2 fives are 10 plus 1, 11. Now I can write this amount using the rupees symbol. I have written here rupees 11.90. Yes. Here also we are finding the product. This is our G and H question. We are multiplying 12 rupees 2 paise by 4. We have arranged in rupees and paise column. Then 4 twos are 8, 4 zeros are 0. For paises multiplication over here. Then 4 twos are 8 and 4 ones are 4. Now the same amount you can see here we have written using the rupees symbol. In H question, we have multiplied 39 rupees and 17 paise. We are multiplying it by 5. Now 5 sevens are 35. My 3 will be the carry over. Then 5 1 is 5. 5 1 is 5 plus 3 8. Now 5 nines are 45. So I have written 5 here and my 4 will be the carry over. Then 5 threes are 15 plus 4, 19. The same amount you can see we can write using the rupees symbol. Now, how we did the multiplication in money, the same way we can do the division of money. Yes, when we are dividing money, so just keep in mind, divide money as you divide any number. When we are dividing rupees and paise by a number, divide it by ignoring the point. How we did in multiplication? We ignore the point. The same way in division also we will ignore the point. We will do our normal division and at the end we will write down the rupees symbol like in quotient, and we are giving point two places from the right in the quotient. You can see here we will solve more solves. Yes. Our exercise 10.4, it says divide. We are solving our question number FG here. In my F question, I am dividing 632 rupees by 8. Yes, whenever we are doing division, firstly we have to check our first number. Can we divide it? Just check that here 6 is smaller than 8, so we can't divide it. So we have written here 0. Now just look at the two numbers 63. Then check that in its table, can we find 63? No. So which number is smaller than 63? It is 56. So we have given the quotient 7. It is 8 sevens are 56. Do the subtraction. It is 13 minus 7. I got 13 minus 6. I got answer 7. By borrowing back, my 6 will become 5 and 5 minus 5 will be the 0. Now, I have to call this 2 down. I got now 72. And yes, you know that in 8's table we have the number 72 on the 9th place. So 8 nines are 72. After doing subtraction, I got answer 0. And in division, my remainder is not my answer. My quotient is my answer. So I got answer here 79, means my answer will be rupees 79. Same way we can solve our G sum. We are dividing 2604 rupees by 4. Yes, this 2 is smaller than 4, so we can't divide. We have given the 0 as quotient. Just look at 24. Yes, in 4's table, we can see the 24. It is on 6th place. So 4 6 are 24. We got the answer subtraction 0. We will call next 0 down. So all zeros and we can't divide 0. So we have given quotient 0. We will call now next 4 down. And yes, in 4's table, we can see 4 in the first place. So after doing subtraction, I got answer 0. And yes, my answer is now rupees 6.01. Again, I have some division question here. I am dividing rupees 3654 by 6. Yes, this 3 is smaller than 6, so we can't divide. So we have given the quotient 0. Now just look at this 36, and yes, 6 are 36. So after doing subtraction, I got answer here 0. Now I have to call my this next number down. And yes, this is 5, which is smaller than 6. So I can't divide. So I have given quotient 0. I will call now next number down. It is 54. And you know that it is 6 nines are 54. So my remainder is 0. And my quotient is rupees 6 and 09 paise. Now just look at I. We are dividing 6848 by 2. So in 2's table, we can find 6 on the 3rd place. So 2 3s are 6. I got answer 0. I will call my next number down. Then 2 4s are 8. I will get subtraction 0. I will call my next number down. This 2 2s are 4. After doing subtraction, I got 0. Now I called my next number down. It is 8. 2 4s are 8. And yes, these are paise. So to write in terms of rupees, we have given the rupees symbol and dot after 2 places. Here are some word problems. So firstly, whenever we are solving the word problem, understand the question and then find out which operations to be carried out. My question number 1 says, a student bought 2 color boxes, 3 pen brushes and 4 drawing sheets. Yes, as we go in shop and we purchase the things, if each color box cost rupees 45.30, each paint brush cost rupees 22.45 and each drawing sheet cost rupees 2.25. Now we want to know how much did the student spend in all, or in another way we can say that what is the total bill for the student. So firstly we will count how much he spent for each item. We will find the cost of each item. So cost of 2 color boxes we will get by multiplying the price of each box by the number of items. So for my each color box is for rupees 45.30. As I am purchasing 2 boxes, I have multiplied it by 2. So my cost for 2 color boxes is rupees 90.60. I have purchased 3 paint brushes and my one paint brush is for rupees 22.45. To know the cost for 3 brushes, I will multiply it by 3. So cost of 3 paint brushes is now rupees 67.35. The student has purchased 4 drawing sheets and each drawing sheet cost rupees 2.25. By multiplying by 4, we got answer 9, which is the cost of 4 drawing sheets. Now to know the total amount, we have to do the addition of all these products. So we can add here rupees 90.60, rupees 67.35 and rupees 9. After doing addition, we got the answer rupees 166.95. We can say that students spent in all rupees 166.95. Our second word problem is about, again, one child is purchasing some things and we want to know the amount, how much is left with her. You know that whenever we are going in shop, we are giving any big amount note to the shopkeeper and then shopkeeper is returning us the change according to our bill. Here it's a girl, Kinjal. Kinjal bought a board game for rupees 172.50. Then she purchased 2 pens for rupees 38.25 and a glue stick for rupees 23.75. She has rupees 375 with her. How much money she will be left with? Here you can see that cost of 2 pens will be, it is after multiplying we got rupees 76.50. Then to find the total bill, we have done the addition of board price, then pens price and then glue stick price. We got the total answer. So she was having rupees 375. Then she spent, her total bill was 272 rupees 75 paise. After doing subtraction, we come to know that she will be having now rupees 102.25 left with her. Now our next topic says calculating the rate charts and bills. Yes student, if you know whenever you are going in any food mall or any restaurant, hotel, you are finding their menu and its rate inside. So here in our exercise 10.6, here is the 2 families consisting 4 adults and 3 children. They are going to an amusement park. And there at the, if you visited the amusement park, you can see the rate chart is at the entrance only, like the ticket rates for each ride and then tickets for the food counter. So let's see how much this family is spending. Then the given rate list shows the rate at the ticket counter and various rides. And again there are some stalls also for food in the park. So we have to look at them and we will write the answers. You can see that ticket means entry ticket, it is for adult it is rupees 50 and for children it is rupees 30. Then there are some rides. For merry-go-round the cost is rupees 22.50 paise. For roller coaster it is 30 rupees and 50 paise. For giant wheel it is 25 rupees and 50 paise. And for My Fair Lady it is rupees 30. And at the food stall, at chat stall, these are the prices per plate. Per plate means each plate's cost. One plate pani puri will be for rupees 15. One plate papri chaat will be for rupees 25. Aloo tikki, one plate will be for rupees 20. Pav bhaji, one plate will be rupees 30. And chana bhatura will be rupees 35 for one plate. And this is the prices for the restaurant, you can say Shahi Dhaba. Dal Makhani's price is rupees 35. Shahi Paneer's price is rupees 60. Dum Alu's price is rupees 27. Veg Pulav's price is rupees 25 and Tandoori Roti 1 for 5 rupees. Now these are all the rates at the entry ticket. Let's find how much they spent. Okay. In question number A, it is asked, how much do the two family pay for the entry ticket? And yes, we know that there are 4 adults and 3 children and the different tickets for adults and children. So we will find that separately how much for adult and how much for children, and then we will do the addition. As there are 4 adults and for one person it is rupees 50. After doing multiplication, we come to know that adults will require rupees 200 and children will require rupees 90. So total charges for entry tickets will be 290 rupees. Now our B question is there. If all the children take a ride on merry-go-round, how much do they pay in all? Okay, our ticket rate for one person in a merry-go-round is rupees 22.50 paise. As there are 3 children, so to find the amount for 3 children, we will multiply rupees 22.50 by 3. After doing multiplication, we got the answer rupees 67.50. You can say that they paid for merry-go-round in all rupees 67.50. Now our question number C is, one of the child takes rupees 100 from her father to buy a ticket for a ride on the roller coaster. Now how much money does she get back? Okay, here the cost for roller coaster for one person is rupees 30.50, means 30 rupees and 50 paise, and child is having 100 rupees. So she gave 100 rupees to shopkeeper or that one person who is at a ticket counter, and the rate for ticket is rupees 30.50. So after doing subtraction, we got the answer rupees 69.50 she will get back. Now after taking rides and all the things, all the family members eat a plate of pani puri each. Then the adults have a plate of aloo tikki each and the children have a plate of papri chaat. Now we will make the total bill. So whenever we are making bill, and yes, I know that many times you are going out, you are eating or purchasing things, you are getting the bill, and on each bill there is the name of shop is written, then bill number is written and date is written. After that there is the serial number, means how many items are there. Then And quantity means how many plates you have taken. Then price in rupees, this price is for one plate. And to know how much amount will be your bill, we have to multiply the given price by your quantities. As each person has eaten the pani puri, so there are 7 people. So 15 multiplied by 7, it is 105 rupees will be the bill for pani puri. Only 4 people, adult has taken aloo tikki and each one is for 20 rupees. So 20 rupees multiplied by 4. So rupees 80 for aloo tikki. And children have taken papri chaat. So there are 3 children. So we will multiply 25 by 3. So they have spent 75 rupees on papri chaat. And to get the total bill, we have to do the addition of all these rupees. So we got the addition, it is rupees 260, that will be their bill, total bill. Yes, after enjoying the various rides and the lip smacking chat, then they have dinner at Shahi Dhaba. Dhaba means it's a style of restaurant. Then calculate their bill amount. Just we have got the bill here. We have to just fill the prices. They have taken 2 dal makhani. Each one is for 35 rupees. So to know the price for 2, we will multiply it by 2. So they will require 70 rupees for dal makhani. Then they have taken 3 shahi paneers and each one is for 60 rupees. So for 3, we will multiply it by 3. So they spent rupees 180 for Shahi Paneer. Then they have taken one damalu which is for 27 rupees. So bill for one damalu is rupees 27. After that they have taken 8 tandoori rotis and each tandoori roti is for 5 rupees. So for 8 rotis they will require rupees 40. Then they have taken 2 veg pulao. Each one is for 25 rupees. Then for 2 veg pulao, the cost will be rupees 50. And to know the total bill, we have to do the addition of these rupees. So we got the addition, it is rupees 367. Yes, again one more small question we have. They give rupees 400 at the counter. So how much they will get back? So we will do subtraction. Rupees 400 minus rupees 367. So they will get back rupees 33. Thank you.